Hey guys, can you hear? Am I audible? Can you just tell me if I'm audible, please? Is my voice audible to you? Okay. Thanks, Shading, for confirming. Just give me a moment. I will share my screen. Just few moments, guys. I will share my screen. Okay. How you all are doing? I'm just setting up the things. Just actually one software got uninstalled in my machine, so I need to install that. It's a small software, that notebook through which I will share that. Just give me a few moments. Meanwhile, we can do some chit chat. How you guys are doing? Happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you. I mean, whether you are celebrating today or tomorrow. So you celebrated today or tomorrow? Many people in India are celebrating today, many tomorrow. That's one. How about you guys? Okay, I'm somebody from. I will go ahead and share my screen. This is basically a knowledge sharing session, okay? And the meeting is live streamed. Let me share my screen with you. Okay, so can you see my notebook? Can you see my notebook, guys? You can see my notebook, right? Kiran, I also celebrated today only, Raksha Bandhan. I mean, many people are celebrating tomorrow, but I also did today. Anyway, so what we are going to do is we are going to do some knowledge check session, okay? Today also we will do some knowledge check session. Let me write a header here with little dark color, okay? So okay, this is too dark. Normal only is better because this is the new installation, so I'm facing little difficulty. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to again do knowledge check session. Okay. So what is the objective of this session, guys? If you are attending my Thursday sessions before, the objective is very clear. The objective is we discuss few things here and then we try to check our concepts, okay? And then we try to learn from each other and we try to discuss the machine learning concepts, okay? So we will discuss the first topic here. Let me just write here one, okay? And here I will be needing your opinion on something, okay? So let's say there is a data like, so let's say there is a data, okay? Age and salary, and then there is a target variable. So any target variable you can take here, for example. So age I will put 21, 22. This is a supervised learning problem, okay? 23, 24, 25, okay? Salary I will put, let's say 100. Then I will not put here blank. Then I will put 120. I will not put anything here and I will put 130, okay? And your target variable, you can think of anything you can think of. Be it a continuous or categorical. For simplicity, let's put 10 only. 10010. Okay. This is your data, input data, and this is a classification problem. Okay. So actually, I created a shorts few days back, okay, and I suggested that while you are doing missing value treatment, right, here you can see there are two missing values, right? This is one missing one, this is other missing value, right? So what I told in the shorts is, um, when you treat your missing data, right, then also capture for which records missing value, for which rows missing value is captured. So I can create an additional column here, I can create an additional column here, and I can say is salary available, okay, is salary available, another column. So here salary is available, so I say 1, not available I say 0, salary available I say 1, not available I say 0, okay, then I say 1. Think like this is an interview question coming to you. Listen to me carefully what I'm saying, okay? So this is my original data, whatever you see in green box. Now there are two cases where salary is not available, okay? So one approach is you can directly go and impute the mean, median, whatever you want. What I'm saying is, why don't we create a new variable and say is salary available, and store this also in the data, and then we do the imputation, okay? Now you have to tell me, is this approach right or is this approach wrong, or what is the problem with this approach? What is the right thing of this approach? Can you tell me? Can you think what is right and what is wrong in this approach? So in your original data, you have age and you have salary and you have, let's say, target variable, any target variable, okay? Then age, you have data, salary, you have some salary numbers missing, then you have target variable. So what I'm doing before imputing salary, I'm capturing for which records salary is missing. And this also goes to the model training. Do you see some problem, or it's okay, or I should not do this? What is your opinion? Treat this like an interview question and give me your views on this. You can start giving your initial views and then we can discuss. Is there some problem with this approach? I'm creating a new feature. This is my new feature. It's salary available is my new feature. Do you see some problem with this new feature, salary available? Or you think there is no problem even if I use this as one of the feature in my data? This is your target variable 1010. Anybody? Anybody? Any inputs here? Or is it like you are sending me messages and not getting it? Refresh my page again. You understood my question. I hope you understood that. Okay, I think I was not getting the your comments. Okay, we need independent features for model building. So I will take SRD saying salary column is discrete. Discrete means you can't have a discrete column. Okay, somebody is saying how does it matter if we are anyway going to impute this. So why do we want to create a new feature? We cannot scale the independent data 1010. Yes, two columns are correlated. Okay. Good. Any other input? Pranit is saying no problem. Okay. So I will tell you what one of subscriber told me when I created this in my one of my video. Okay. So what his problem is, he's saying, Aman, you are creating a new column here, but this column, okay, and this column, okay, this column and this column are holding the same information, and hence there will be a multicollinearity problem. Can you think there will be a multicollinearity problem between these two columns? My first question to you. Because of salary column and each salary available column, can there be a multicollinearity problem? Can there be? What do you think? If somebody is not getting higher picture quality, you can manually change in the YouTube higher picture quality. Kiran is saying no, means Kiran does not see a multicollinearity problem. Praneeth is also saying no. Navid is saying yes. Navid, how do you say it's a multicollinearity problem? Can you tell me? What is a multicollinearity? Basically, two columns will have high correlation between them. Will they have high correlation between them? Will salary column and each salary available column will have high correlation between them? Yes, I agree with your point. Multicollinearity should not be there, but will for a moment, if I have to let's say compute, forget NA for a moment, and if I have to compute the multicollinearity in these two, will it have high multicollinearity? Is my question to you. The meaning of multicollinearity is this should vary in the same direction. For example, if salary becomes from 100 to 120, this value from 1 should become 1.2. If salary becomes from 100 to 130, this value should become 1.3, which means in the same direction with the same magnitude it is varying. Then we have a collinearity. Do you agree with me? This is a flag variable, SRD. To answer your question, you are saying if salary column we insert 1010, this is a flag variable. Flag. You can think of it as yes, no. Why you want to? I just want to capture is salary available or not available. If salary is null, I'm making it 0. If salary is available, I'm making it 1. What the number should increase like 1, 1.5, 1.6? No, I'm just giving an example here saying what is multicollinearity. People are saying if there is multicollinearity, then it's a problem. So I'm saying for multicollinearity to happen, these numbers should increase with salary, right? I mean, it's increasing, this also should increase. So the root question remains same. If I create a variable like this and I train my model, is there a problem? Forget multicollinearity for a moment. Is there a problem if I train a model with this data? Dependent discrete. Is there a problem? Am I capturing the same information 2 times? Am I capturing the same information 2 times? SRD. If we use 1010, it will be difficult to predict. Why? In that case, we should not have any flag variables in our data or categorical variables. Why it will be difficult? In that case, we should not have any categorical variable in the data, right? If adding a categorical variable or discrete variable or a flag variable, you are saying it will be difficult for learning prediction, then we should not have that, right? Can you guys go ahead and press the like once so that the recommendation goes to other people to join? Just press like once if you're liking the discussion. Okay. So we will move on to next question. But before that, how many of you say that it's a problem? How many of you say that it's not a problem? I mean, creating a new column like this. Is it okay to create a new column like this, or we should not create? Nobody saying anything. Maybe you are not having the answer now. You can think later. Okay. So this is a point of discussion. Do you want to say anything? I will hold on for 1 more minute if you want to say anything. Else I will move to the next video, next question. Okay. Do you want to say anything? It's so create new column, but no this column particularly. Kiran is saying. Navid is saying it's already a classification problem. Okay. There is no problem with that. This is your target variable. It's already a classification problem. Yeah. Seren is confused, and that is the purpose of this session. Our objectives, sorry, our learning should get challenged. Okay? That is why I'm doing these sessions. Whatever we know should get challenged. That is the purpose. Okay. So tell me, don't tell me, think over it. If this column I create as a new column, then am I taking a wrong approach or it's fine? If I'm taking a wrong approach, then how do I capture the information that who are the employees who did not provide the salary data, or we don't have the salary data for that employee? Okay. So I will tell you one more time to the people who have joined now. What is the purpose here? So suppose this is the salary data of TCS employees. Just an example. Okay. We went to all the TCS employees. We asked their age and we asked their salaries. Okay. Some of these guys did not give their salaries in the survey. They left this salary field blank. Okay. So I am a data scientist. I want to capture that information. Who are the employees who left their salary column blank? And hence I'm creating this column. Okay. Some of you are saying this is a wrong approach. Some of you are saying this is the right approach. But to both of you, if it's the right approach, then okay. If it's the wrong approach, then how do I capture information? Think over it. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. I will just give you scenario based today. Okay. Think of it as interview, data science interview. Okay. Some scenario based questions I will give you. So, how many of you have heard about autoencoders? Can you give me a yes? If you have heard about autoencoders. Encoder, right? And then you will say compressed output, right? And then it will go to decoder, and then it will get uncompressed. Okay. This is your input. So what happens basically in autoencoder is, correct me if I'm wrong, as I remember, this is how autoencoder works. You give input data, there will be an encoder which will compress your input data. So you get your compressed output, then you give it to a decoder. Decoder will kind of uncompress your data. So what may happen is, if your data is having, let's say, capital N features, right? In your compressed output, you might be seeing just, I'm keeping it very simple, generic, small n features where small n is less than capital N. Okay. And in your uncompressed output also, you will have less features than N, capital N. Now, can you tell me in what kind of scenarios these autoencoders are useful and why autoencoders will work well in those scenarios? In what kind of use cases autoencoders work well and why it works well? One use case. If you understand working principle of autoencoder, even if you don't understand, I have given you a high level understanding of how it works. It will take your input, compress it. It will kind of reduce the dimension of features, you can say, to keep it simple. And then decoder will kind of uncompress it again. Image analysis, yes. Give me one example of how it will work. I mean, in image analysis, how this is helpful. Can you think of any? I will give you one example. Okay, let's say I take my use case is to find the bad fruit, bad apple from a, let's say, 500 apples. Okay, so what I do is I create a training data with 500 good apples, okay, and 500 bad apples, and I say that this is how 500 good apples look like. This is how 500 bad apples look like. So when you give it to encoder, right, only the important features will come out from the encoder. Okay, so there will be some important features of good apple. Those important features will come out in the compressed output. Okay, and when you decode it, then only those important features will be shown in the output. So what will happen is, if the apple is not good, suppose for example this green apple is good apple and this red apple is not good apple. Okay, so model understands from the training that good apple will have these features, top three features, for example. Okay, top three features of good apple are, let's say, surface is hard, color is green, and it's round in shape. Top three features of good apple. Okay, now when you encode the data, only those top three features will be compressed and come here. Okay, and decoder will decode that, understand it's a good apple. But when a bad apple goes, right, when a bad apple goes, it will not be hard, so its main feature will not go through the encoder. Okay, and hence the compression will not happen for the main feature, and uncompression will understand it's not a good apple. So one example of, in the image analysis, how autoencoders will help you. Okay, it will only take the important features. When it reduces the feature, right, it will take the important features, and those important features only will decide the prediction. Are you able to understand? So you can think of any use case or any situation. This is again an interview question. Okay, people will ask you how autoencoders work or in what kind of situation it is helpful. You can think of any scenario where important features or first few important features decide the output or helpful in deciding the output. Okay, for example, this is a pen. Okay, and I tell you what is the difference between a pen and a circle. So first important feature is, pen is shape wise, pen is different in nature. That is an important feature. So autoencoder will take that important feature, and based on that important feature, it will do the prediction. Did you understand? If not, you can read about autoencoders a little bit. I move to the next one. It may have been little difficult, so I will go to an easy one. Okay, can I go to the easy one? Yes, change the dimension of data points. Yes, correct. So yes, Navid is correct. Kiran is also correct. Okay, let me go to the next one, guys. So here, let's say I have a data here. Okay, this is my feature 1, this is my feature 2, feature 3, and this is my target. Okay, feature 1, I will put 10, 12, 11. Okay, target, let's say 100. Feature 2, 10, 12, 11. Target 100. Okay, and record 2. Record 3 is 11, 13, 15. Target 120. Okay, anything 12, 14, 16. Target 110. Okay, and let me delete also 1 or 2 records just to discuss things. Okay, this is your data. You have to train a supervised machine learning algorithm. What all things you will do as part of data cleaning? As part of data cleaning, what all things you will do? Tell me. What you will do? Kiran is saying missing value. What you will do with this missing value, Kiran? This missing value. What you will do with this, Kiran? And suppose I don't do anything with this missing value, then what happens? Kiran is saying duplicate rows and data imputation. I did not understand what is the meaning of duplicate rows. Can you give me a complete answer? Navid is saying distribution should be normal. Okay, that you will check. I'm asking data cleaning here. Okay. Navid is saying scaling. You can do that. EDA feature. No, I don't want jargons. This is an interview. Okay. Don't throw jargons at me. EDA feature engineering. No. You tell me this is the data in front of you. What are the few things you will do as part of data cleaning? So some people are saying impute the missing value. Some people are saying duplicate. Now my question number one to you is, why do you want to remove duplicate? Why remove duplicate? Why remove duplicate? If what is the problem if I keep the duplicate value? If I keep the duplicate value, then what is the problem? I mean, duplicate record, then what is the problem? Redundancy in the model, can you explain a little more? What is the meaning of redundancy and how it will work? I mean, what do you mean when you say redundancy? Redundant is nothing but duplicate. So duplicate is another word of that, but what is the meaning of that? More quantity is always good for model. So we should keep duplicates. Kiran, you are saying, shall we keep the duplicate record, row number one and row number two? These two rows duplicate, right? Shall we keep these two rows for the analysis? Overlapping of data points. Yes, I understand. What is the problem in the training? Two data points are same. In the training, what is the problem? It can be same, right? I mean, if somebody's income is, let's say, 20, then the income tax will be 5. Another person's income is also 20, income tax is 5. What is the problem? Kiran is saying no problem. Anybody disagrees with Kiran? Mislead target variable. Can you be little specific, Vijay Lokhande? How mislead target variable? It can lead to bias. Okay. This is one answer I like. Thanks, Funny Kiran. Can you explain a little more on this? Means model does not understand same input but different output. Hence model becomes underfitted. No. Somebody, Navid is saying underfitting, Seren is saying overfitting. That was my first question. My second question is a follow-up question here. Why fill missing data? Why fill missing data? If I do not fill missing data and I train my model, then what happens? If the second point goes to train data and test data, my model has understood at fit. Not getting what you're saying. Can somebody said high bias? Somebody said overfitting. Somebody said underfitting. So if I train a linear regression model data with missing value, then what will happen? Can you think of something mathematically? If I train a linear regression model on this data, then mathematically something may go wrong. What is that something? What is that something? Something may go wrong. Tell me, guys. Can you tell me? Okay. Kiran is saying algorithm fall with missing values. Why will be my follow-up question. Okay. Kiran, please go a bit fast because people are not participating. What can I do? You have to tell me the answers. The objective here is not to go fast or slow. Okay. Objective here is to do some brainstorming. Okay. Okay. So in a equation, you are trying to find a equation y is equal to mx plus c. Okay. And your x is empty or blank. So how your y will be estimated? That is the problem here. Okay. And if you put two duplicate values here, what will happen is you are passing two same information to the model two times, which means obviously your model will be biased towards this. If you pass duplicate elements again and again, then what will happen is your coefficients values will be getting screwed up. Okay. And your model will not perform good. Your model will not be stable. So to keep it very, very simple, these are the basic data cleaning that we do. Remove duplicate before training your model. Why? Because we don't want to introduce bias in the model and we want to keep our model stable, coefficient stable. Why fill missing data? Because otherwise this x is not there. So how you will estimate the y in y is equal to ms plus c? Correct? And some more regions are there, but I will go to the next one. Okay. So question number 4. Sorry, question number 4 for brainstorming. Okay. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write some, process for machine learning model building. Okay. So data import. Okay. Then I will say clean. Okay. Then I will say, let's say feature engineering. Okay. Then I will say, let's say EDA. Okay. Then I will say, let's say train. Okay. And then I will say test. And then I will say deploy. Now you have to identify the problem with this flow. Okay. Train, test, and deploy. What is the problem with this flow? So it comes like here. I will give a green this also. First import, then clean, then do feature engineering, then do EDA, then train your model, then test your model, then do your model. High level. What is the problem with this flow? Tell me. Okay. Now it is saying data leakage problem. So what should happen? I mean, which stage I should change what? In what part I should change what thing? Tell me. Train test split. Where it should happen? Kiran and Naveed and Praneet. Okay. So Nisham is saying first EDA and then feature engineering. So Nisham is saying it should be like this. This comes here and this comes here. Do you agree with me, Arpan? After cleaning, we do trend split, then feature engineering. So Naved is saying here, in between these two, introduce a new thing saying split. Any other inputs? Whatever inputs you are doing, I'm writing in blue color, okay? Data import, SRD says data import, feature engineering, feature selection, model building, deployment, no cleaning and no splitting, etc. SRD. Anyway, so this is the flow. This is my step 1, step 2, step 3. You have to tell me the problem with this. And EDS should come before clean to first understand data. Okay. So Funny Kiran is giving an interesting point here. What he's saying is even before you clean, you put a EDA here. Say pre-EDA, pre or let's say first level EDA. EDA. Okay. EDA should come before clean. Are you sure? How many of you agree with Funny Kiran? Funny Kiran says EDA should come before data cleaning. So here I have not removed my EDA here, but I'm just saying funny thing I have included. Okay. Ashish is saying validation. Okay. Validation should come where, Ashish? I mean, here after testing, I think you are saying. EDA should come before clean to first understand. Okay. Pre-processing hyperparameter tuning after model creation. So after training, then parameter tuning you are saying. So somewhere here probably tune. EDA needs before and after FB and clean validation. Okay. What else? All these blue things you guys have suggested. Okay. Red and green are my thing. Blue thing you have suggested. Okay. Data import clean EDA FE train test deployment. Data import clean EDA. Okay, so just this train test deploy. Okay. So SRD is supporting my thing, just like he wants to swap this thing and this thing. EDA and feature engineering. Model evaluation, data visualization. Where should the visualization should come? Sabaj Purti Gai. Where visualization will come? In EDA. So we can think that as a part of EDA only, if you mean to say that, right? Model evaluation before deployment. Okay, good point. So evaluation. Pardon me for my very, very bad handwriting. Cleaning after trend test split. See, somebody told me to put cleaning split after cleaning. So hence I put split after cleaning. Now Aditya Raj is saying cleaning should come before, I mean split should come before cleaning. Otherwise data leakage will happen. Somebody who made me write this split here, they should counter Aditya Raj. Aditya Raj is saying split should come here, just after data input. And I think, okay, data visualization you are saying before deploy clean the data, is it? No. Kalyani, Anusha, no, I think. After EDA, the feature engineering. After EDA, the feature engineering. Yes, that part we agree. All of us agree on that. So these should be swapped. Okay. So I have made it two blue lines here. Split should come before cleaning. Okay, tell me one thing. Split should come before cleaning or split should come after cleaning? All of you tell me this first, okay? Because there is a difference of opinion on that. First, you will split the data or first you will clean the data? Kiran is saying whatever pre-processing we do on train data, do the same on test data later. Kalyani is saying after both. Nisham says we can do both. Vijay is saying after cleaning, after cleaning. Many people are saying after cleaning. So Aditya Raj, you have to defend your point here. Why are you saying before cleaning you want split? Can you give one example and tell to these people? Like why you want to split before cleaning? See, many people are saying, except Praneeth. Praneeth is saying clean first. Otherwise, Kalyani, Alak, Kiran, Navid. After clean, we do split their saying. Okay, I will try to give you one example of what Aditya means to say here. Okay, suppose this is a salary column. Okay, salary column, and in the salary column we have some salary 100, 20, 130. Okay, then 10,000, and then a blank. Okay. Now, as part of data cleaning, if you replace this with median or mean, let's say simplicity, let's say you replace this with mean, okay, and then you break the data in test and train, okay. So you make a test and then you make a train. First, what you do? First, you clean, okay. Clean means you input some data here. Then you test and train. So what happens is the mean is impacted by all the data over here, okay. All the data over here will decide mean. So data leakage problem will come here. Now, if you first split it, okay. So splitting is so one thing you have to remember, guys. Test data should test data should never be exposed in learning process. Test data is basically the data that you have to think it as new business data on which you will do the prediction. Okay. So test data, you always separate it. Okay. Always separate it. That's a very good practice. Don't think that you don't have that data at all in the beginning only. Just that we do it randomly. Okay. Now, when you do that, then what may happen here is only training data will remain. Now, in the training data, if this 10,000 is there, then we don't have a problem. Okay. But we don't want test data to get impacted by this 10,000. Hence, I will support Aditya's point here saying we should first split. After import, we should split and then we should clean. Now, I'm happy to be challenged here with your thought process. Can you give me your thought process, like if I have said wrong here? Or you think something otherwise? Clean include data formatting in terms of date and text values. So it's the way you look at data cleaning. Okay, I mean somebody can say that missing value treatment, missing value imputation is also data cleaning. Somebody can say that like Kalyani is saying, data formatting in terms of date and whatever, some other basic cleaning. She does not mean impute values. Okay, but what I example gave I here is based on imputing values. So if you are kind of scaling or kind of imputing values, then obviously you should first break and then do the split. Okay, obviously EDA will come first and then will come the feature engineering. Okay, so that we agree on that. Obviously training will come after that, and this will go in a loop. Actually, you guys are not saying me that this training and hyperparameter tuning, right? This can go in loop wise, okay? So training, tuning will keep happening, okay? And then you come here and then you evaluate. Then basically you deploy, but before deploy, you check multiple things. Okay. Then you, before deployment, obviously you prepare the platform, you set the different pipelines, all the details I have not put. And evaluation will come obviously with the test. So I have put in between, okay? So there was 3 points of confusion here. I had knowingly put first split or first clean. So um, it depends on what we are calling as cleaning, like the way we discussed. And feature engineering and EDA will be swapped. And here it will be kind of loop in between training and tuning. And here evaluation will come after test. And before deployment, pipeline will come and basic sanity checks, right? Before we deploy the model, some sanity checks we do. If platform is set and all those things. How we will do the deployment? Is it a manual or Jenkins pipeline, CI/CD, whatever that is, right? All those things will come here. So high level, few points of confusion here. Why I discuss this is nowadays many data science interviews will give you a use case to solve. It's not new, it's old thing only, but more more professional you sound in those interviews in that round where they ask you to do a use case, better it is for you. Okay, for me also, for everybody. So we should not sound like a novice data scientist or somebody who has just learned data science. We should not sound like them. Okay, we should sound matured and on all these points, all these boxes, we should be able to tell our views. What if this not? What if not this that? Like that. Okay. So that is the purpose of this session. Okay. So thanks guys. Actually today is Raksha Bandhan. Okay. So I got little late. I was talking at home. So I only started the session little late. Okay. So no problem if you are joining late. Happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you who is celebrating today and tomorrow also. So my usual time of the session is 5:30, but I started at like 6:15 or something. My time, local UK time, I'm saying. Okay. So this is what things I plan to discuss here. Now, one important thing, I usually come live on Thursday 5:30 UK time, which means Thursday 10 p.m. India time. Every Thursday I do this session. Okay. Now I will show you something interesting today. Okay. Uh, Let me. This is the last question actually. Can you see my screen? Don't laugh on my suggestions. Okay. So go to videos and go to community at Unfold Data Science. See, this is another interesting and something funny I wanted to discuss with you. So one day before I asked this, okay, what is machine translation? What is machine translation? Okay, and 444 votes are there, nearly 450 votes. 70% of them are saying convert human language to machine language. Okay, what is machine translation? Convert human language to machine language. Okay, and next is convert one human language to other language. So all these votes are negligible in comparison to first one, which is convert human language to machine language. Okay, means if there is a human language like English or Hindi, it should be converted to machine language, and that is machine translation. That is what people are saying. Do you know any tool like that? So some tool like that can be, for example, Alexa, for example, Apple Siri. So converting human language to something which machine can understand. Okay. So that is what people are saying is machine translation. Okay. But machine translation is not that. Interesting is today I asked Google Translate is an example of machine translation. 90% people are saying yes. Now tell me one thing. What does Google Translate do? Will it convert human language to machine language? What is the job of Google Translate? Thanks everyone for joining, who have joined now. Happy Raksha Bandhan everyone, guys. Whether you are celebrating today, tomorrow, that's fine. So I do this session every Thursday 10 p.m. Even if I don't announce on the YouTube, you can come and join the session. We discussed many things. People who are there from the beginning, they can tell you. Okay, Navid can tell you, Kiran can tell you. We discussed many important things, and you can join. It's like Thursday 10 p.m. You can switch on your mobile, and you can participate in the discussion, casual discussion. Okay. Yes. So even if I don't announce on YouTube, just come on YouTube and for data science Thursday 10 p.m. Join this. Okay? So Kiran is saying machine translation converts one human language to another language. That is correct. Okay. So Google Translate is not. Google Translate is an example of. No, I'm sorry. Machine translation is. First of all, what does Google Translate do? Tell me. In Google Translate, you enter one human language and the output is other human language. Correct? Which means if I put English, French will come out. If I put French, Hindi will come out. That is the job of Google Translate. Is Google Translate an example of machine translation? Yes, I agree with that. Then why people are saying human language, machine language here? In the second question, contradictory, right? Do you understand what contradiction I'm talking about here? Or I'm understanding something wrong? I mean, did I put the question in wrong way, or people are not able to understand? Kalyani is saying if we give voice as input in Google Translate, can I do that? I don't know. In Google Translate, can I speak like Apple Siri or Alexa or those things? Can I speak? I don't think so. Google Translate job is to convert one language to translate one language to other language, right? English to French, French to Hindi, Hindi to English, like that. Yes, then one human language to other human language is what Google Translate does. It does not does human to machine. Okay, so these answers probably are wrong. Yes, but human language, Nisham, to answer your question, not machine language, human language. You can agree or disagree with me. I'm just telling you this session is all about understanding and discussing. Okay, so in my opinion, machine translation is converting one human language to other human language, and Google Translate does that. Voice option, I have not used it, so I kind of did not take into consideration the voice option. Okay, just the text option I'm talking about. You put one text, you get other language. So that's human language to human language, and an example of machine translation. So I will revise one more time. We discussed, you guys can go back and see the videos again. Okay. I mean, whatever we discussed few interesting stuff. Let me go back to that one moment. Anybody can disagree with anybody here. Okay. Nothing. We are not giving marks to each other. We are just discussing stuff. Okay. You can correct me. I can correct you. Not a problem. Where is my Zoom? Okay. Let me try sharing screen. Share screen. Is my notebook visible now? Is my notebook visible now? So guys who joined late, you can just go back quickly, make the video 2x. So nowadays I watch all the videos on 1.5x and 2x. Okay, so I'm giving you a tip. Make the video 2x. You know, it will eat less of you and you can probably get all the needed information. We discussed four important questions today. One is, if I create an additional feature here, then what is the problem? We discussed many things here. Then we discussed about autoencoders. Then we discussed about why remove duplicate and why fill missing data. What problem if we don't do that? And then we discussed about this, you know, step of machine learning model building. What comes where? What is the problem? And then we discussed about that machine translation thing. Okay. So I do this session every Thursday, as I told you. This is basically a discussion session. I also don't come very prepared. Okay. I also just come and, you know, whatever I feel, 3-4 topics I will keep in my mind and I will just come with that. Okay. So come in the session, discuss, let's learn from each other and continue this. Okay. So I will see you all in the next session, guys. Please give a thumbs up if you like this session. And if you tell me continue this session, then, you know, I am motivated to continue this session. Okay. Thanks, Rahul. Thanks, Kiran. So it's little late for you guys. Like, what is the time now? 11:30. Okay. 11:30, you guys are online. So thank you to all of you. This shows your effort and dedication. Thanks, guys. I will not take any much of your time. Okay. Thanks, SRD. Have a nice weekend after one day. Friday fun from tomorrow starts. इंडिपेंडेंस डे इंडिया में तो एक दिन का छुट्टी होगा पक्का मंडे को. So long weekend. So plan something. Independence Day is on Monday, huh? Yes. Yeah. You guys can plan something for the long weekend, right? Okay. Take care, guys. See you all in the next session. Okay. Bye. Take care. Good night. Stop.